Good morning, good afternoon, good new year. Welcome back, guys. We are 2022. Here we are. Basically, we're gonna show you what the stuff happened to the drift car at the last event we did. Let's go! Yeah, that's so good.
What happened, Drifter?
Yeah, I think our 350,000k motor is not as keen. That final run, I got it really hot and I felt it just like lose power. I was like, ooh. I think we've done the bottom end. I know we've done the bottom end. Alright, so we're under the bonnet. You've probably just seen just then on the condition things we're in at the track. So a couple of things that happened is our Victoria number plates here, heat shield, protected this beautifully up until this point right here where it ends. So that got hot. So that was a few kind of signs. I knew this motor, well, not this motor now because we've changed it, the other one was dying because of that. But also you probably noticed in the video as well, we had a ton of blow-by going on. Now when I was there, they're like, you're leaking oil. I'm like, I shouldn't be leaking oil because it's all good, but we found the problem. So we put the motor in, took it for a drive, full boost, like 20 pound. I'm like, right, yeah, that's not good. These don't take 20 pound. Our wastegate, only a 38 mil, so probably from an actual advice point of view, I'd probably say people don't run a 38 mil gate because it's too small. But personally, the screamer pipe is a lot louder with a 38 mil, so that's why I run it. Ideally, our tuners said no, so we're doing the opposite. That's what we do around here. We just do the opposite. We build cars totally different to anyone else. So this here actually has no spring, and there's no, that's not moving. Now I'm going to take it to the vise and show you, but there's no spring in here. So luckily, because everyone was closed when we did put the motor back in, we had a spare 38 mil turbo smart gate, so that has gotten ourselves trouble. So let's go down to the vise and I'll show you, because this thing is so, it's obviously been a problem for the last, like, well, we did one practice event, we did the power cruise, but it was very strange. The way this came on boost was like you wouldn't hear the screamer pipe and just kind of switch on. I thought it was just hectic, but now realizing what's happened, this broke. So I'll pop down to the vise. Alright, so we're in the vise. Now I'm just going to pre-clamp it a bit because there's no spring in here, so this should not be moving. Like, this should just fall in. Like, that is a lot of pressure and there's no spring in there, so no wonder. I got it to open, but watch this. Just stays open now, so that should not be that. So look, if you're wondering what brand is it, it's Turbo Smart Wastegate. Now we've had this I think for 2.5 years, and I bought it off one of the boys for I think 150 bucks. This thing's done its time, so it's a good brand, it's worked really well. But look, obviously E85, all those things all take a toll on it, but she's done good. So I'll just show you this because it's got no spring in it, because you'll be like, surely not. I've never seen a wastegate do this. There's no spring, so that should just move freely, but it's not. So that's that. We'll go for a quick blunt, but it sounds super different to what it did before. Before the gate was very like, yeah, like a switch on. Now, like, you can hear it open up a little bit before. So we also didn't put any valve springs into the motor at the moment because it was Christmas time. I just couldn't be bothered. So we're moving right on. Woo! So I don't know if you guys can tell by that from like the last time we did that sort of pull. The wastegate sounds super different. It's a little bit lazier. Kind of kind of missed the way it drove before, but that could be because we're down, I think we're running about 15 psi, 16 psi boost somewhere. We're only down to 13 because we don't have any valve springs, it's just stock valve springs, so we can't go more than that. Maybe that's why it doesn't seem as sharp, I don't know. I guess we'll find out once we put valve springs into it. Other than that, ECU's still learning. Don't do a stock ECU, don't do J3 chips, don't do any of that, get a proper ECU. Give it a test. So it's still revving out to about 5.6. Seems to be learning itself, but it's good. It's good to be back in it. It's really nice. It's not a comfortable vehicle anymore, that's for sure. It's not a daily commute vehicle. It's just lost that daily commuteness. Like twin plate clutch, jerky, terrible. What's that? Glad to be back. Pretty much since I've done that, on the old engine we actually had these into another little extra bit, but there's not even wind coming out of this engine. Like, I don't even know what this was from fully. Obviously it was from an AU, but I can't remember what car it came from. Well, I know it was good, so I put it in, but so much healthier. So I'm hoping this one will get the valve springs, get the link ECU in, and then we can, you know, have it turned up and not blow up all the time. So I think we're third engine in. The other things were factors that was me. The last one was an old engine, very thrashed, and overboosting killing your engine. So don't do 17 pound in these engines. 15 fine, 17 starts getting a bit not as good stock form. So anyway guys, peace out, have a good one, we'll see you next week, we're getting into it.